Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the buck stops where. For those unaware, there's a quote from the late President Truman in the United States. He used to say the buck stops here, and the expression that basically it's sort of an idiom. It means, I'm the accountable person. At the end of the day, this is sort of where all the, lack of accountability ends. It's, the responsibility is on me is kind of the way that's always been portrayed. And I thought of that when I was reading this recent article from Bangkok Post, BangkokPost.com, reopening delayed for nightclubs, bars. Quoting directly, CCSA spokesman Tawisip Wisanuyotin said the CCSA meeting chaired by Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha decided to defer by another month a plan to allow pubs, bars, and karaokes to reopen on December 1. The new tentative reopening date was set for January 16th, and only for some areas, depending on the COVID-19 situation. Now, we've done video on all this. We know where this stands. I've done kind of my little op-ed on it. I'm not thrilled by the way this is kind of going, but I'm thinking that the policy thinking on this is, look, we're going to get it to mid-January, then we're going to reopen, and we're really planning to really be reopened and just move on with all our lives. And if that is the case, which I hope it is, great. Let's just barrel ahead and do that. But the reason for this video was this further quote, same article, quoting directly, the Public Health Ministry had been the key agency proposing the delay after consulting with other agencies. The CCSA had indicated that it would follow the direction set by the Prime Minister. And I don't mean to laugh, but who's doing what here? And within this one little excerpt, there's just the Public Health Ministry had been the key agency proposing the delay after consulting with other agencies. Okay. The CCSA had indicated that it would follow the direction set by the Prime Minister, which I thought they were advising him what to do. The point of this video is I just find it very odd, the level of just this kind of, I hesitate to call it bureaucratic, but this kind of, I don't know, just this, the buck is not seeming to stop anywhere. Now, ultimately, I guess it does stop with the Prime Minister, who ends up having to be the one that ultimately implements this or executes this stuff. But I just, the kind of lack of accountability of, we proposed in consultation with somebody on this thing, but with other agencies, and then we advised, but it ultimately is over here. I found it strange. And frankly, I would just prefer someone to just say, look, this is me. This is my advice, and this is what I think we should do. And let's move on to, right or wrong, moving on down the road. I do understand, politics and legally, in the legal world, you don't always want to be out there on a limb, but it just seems like this one excerpt just seemed to sort of intentionally, everyone seemed to be sort of dodging any responsibility, which is concerning when huge segments of the economy are still shut down because of these policies. Just in my opinion, I'd kind of like to see, at least someone say, look, this was on my advice. This is why I think we should do this. And we should do this so we can get open faster.